Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better me. Sure I haven't forgotten anything. Something tells me...
Clive Rutherford! You're far too modest, Clive.
From what little I
suppose But I was rather hoping... Alas, we must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face the realm's armies, as you've seen firsthand, certain cities have... And yet, the only... In short...
But how would one even begin?
The armies, my boy. Sadly, I doubt But I do know someone
I thought he was retired.
He was. Until and as luck would have it.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle. I extolled your many virtues as you don't mind, do you, my boy?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so...
That's the...
I'll leave for Randalar at 1. Would you send a Stola?
Of course.
Excellent.
No.
Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong?
I've received word from Cyril.
His will.
In the crypt, beneath Rosalith Castle. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undone, and in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
I'm surprised anything.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but... Would you join me?
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter.
Very well.
The hour fast approaches. My decision is made. You said it yourself. He must.
He must.
The time is nigh. Be freed.
Sid, do you have a...
By all means.
It's my old master. And something else.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always... And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of... And even better for her...
Leaving the bearers...
Sid, and while I'm well aware that I can't...
We'll be needing...
Just... Such a thought...
Then we...
The wish...
Sid, I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because our ranks are filled with men and women capable of scouting. We're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer. Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it...
Please, it's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but... But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, but this book, it set me on the...
What do you think happened to me?
Well, she does. Then it...
But...
Why don't I go and see... Thank...
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid.
Of course.
It is my...
No, I will not.
We...
I can't.
But the...
You were a good friend, Herman. But the two... I won't let you...
The...
All right.
suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat.
What else could it be? Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet? Not exactly.
Mid.
That's it! I knew it! If this doesn't steer to the sky...
To the sky? You aren't
What else?
The children is...
It's the... Well, either there...
If-
No.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well. Pining, what is it? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day...
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you?
Not nearly as much as you have lately.
Aye, good thing, and
You're kind...
only because...
Where to, then, Tor?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen herself.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the... Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in... almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with
What?
Right, but she...
I fear she asks the impossible. Coveters of Secrets. A clandestine organization. Once a tale which all...
How is it that I haven't...
Why? They lurk in...
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from...
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian?
Not from thin. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly await. If you were...
Very well. I'll be sure to pay Garnick a...
Knowledge hoarded is... Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. What subject shall we consider today?
All right. Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. But don't expect to make quick...
I'll keep that in mind.
Clive! Anything catch your eye?
Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
I've nerve.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, No support, just it taught me what one man, and I've been training ever since.
I'm sure he'd be flattered.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
Oh my... All right, Ember. Impress me. Good girl.
Caution, brother.
These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is... Or maybe not. Damn it.
Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run!
If you want him... Gone.
A fortress? And who'll pay for that?
Who do you think?
I didn't... Where is Ember?
He must have fled. I followed him to east. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. He was nowhere to be seen.
I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazaire. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid!
He did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. Don't you leave...
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't stand a chance.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what...
No. They might... Ember lost his nerve in that he didn't...
Indeed it is. The fact remains... All right,
wait, and after all...
With a bit of hard work, that wouldn't do to... Daft as a brush, that. Just like someone else. And if you ask Pat, you could just...
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I...
Things rarely do, but that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember...
I will...
You all right?
Something trouble. I'm back.
Yes.
Is not.
I think. Here.
A fortress?
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets if we don't cooperate.
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now. He's wearing his uniform. Your town needs you. I need you. But the Duke would have me.
Do you have a...
What is it?
It's the Duke. The town wasn't, and though my... So I was... Thank you, Clive. Philippe told...
Where can I...
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is... I wish to...
Very well. I try. Please.
Indeed, yes.
And
I
wait,
does my... But we... If I...
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. Which bit?
Right.
we'd have our coin, our stock and our stalls, and we're just
So you are content to abandon the... Please, I beseech you. If you were a true...
That's...
Even... Thank...
She cornered you too.
Could hardly get a word in edgewise.
Hoping to...
Anyway, right, as always. We've had... See, we have... Thank you, Clive.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Clive! You all right?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, that's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griega.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope Philippe.
Of course. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to I fought a few.
All right.
Thank you.
You can thank...
Till then.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
it's over.
No. It's only just begun. That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. I thank you both for answering.
You were right. And I had thought that without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. But you, not by force, nor by the exercise, but by simply being one of them.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You...
You have the right, as did you. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque isn't... I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. I should have listened to you.
Your Eminence. But I believe the same could be said of we all want safety, and we may yet... Will you join us in this?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded, and today there are more than ever before.
Madam Isabel, I see that it is not men like me who should...
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The dame said it herself, and that goes for you. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain.
Well, I should see if his...
Can we get you?
I'll be happy to... Don't mention...
Oh, but
Tell me. But I said, for you...
I was so for naive as I was, I fell in love. He was my after that, and so not that we until we found ourselves. It was the that fed us, those that could be healed at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did, but at least we were. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people, the men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Though I was still a stranger to them. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would...
Thank you, Isabel. For sharing it.
Perhaps that never stopped. And I shan't. I know. The people, all you know. And what can we count?
Always.
Do you see that too?
Papa?
What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop.
I'm scared.
It's all right.
Let's go. Can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal. Oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard, but I hadn't. It's a fucking You're interfering, my lord, or a
Call me what you want. All the urgency...
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you...
I won't deny that I might benefit from what I seek, and while the choices I've made, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so many, but in order to...
Certainly...
What do you...
I don't...
I suppose...
My Lord Marquis, your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his
And I will see... Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Your Grace?
Cyril.
Yes. If you would do us the honor.
An inheritance.
It would seem the day before what is the body with Spartan, but what may have done she shall. Lord Marquis, if you have a moment,
what?
One of these no, and
so you sent
for but I permit if you go. If this new faith really is an offshoot of the circle of... yes, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
My lord. I... Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both, Alas, he didn't, but it was not.
I see.
It saddens. It was your father. With his grace, you are great. And while I know.
Thank. What say you? What else? Of course.
Oh, I am much. Do you know? I do. It is. We do at least. You are. In fact, were you?
What say?
What else?
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with it?
I am.
If it... Of course. What?
The Akashic Well?
Yes.
Did you tell them?
And...
You have to listen to me. They're coming. You need to.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an imp. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The Count there no longer. You need.
Loot, you meant. Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected on one.
Lord
If they're not.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I think we'd better shut.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lords, oh, they've come with better.